Hello, and welcome to Tier List Maker with your host with the most thrift shopping. Hello, everybody. Give me a round of applause. No, don't laugh at me. All right, here we go. We are going to begin with, we're just going to go left to right. Are you guys ready? Oh, man, we're starting with the worst one, too. Bouncer. Why do we have to start with this one? Why do we have to start with this one? What do I think about Bouncer? In real talk, I think Bouncer's really good. Now, I'm going to preface, when we talk about this, I will be including some of their weapons that they're using, but I'm not going to necessarily bring up the photon arts of those weapons. I'm going to bring up the weapons with more or less the class skills, as well as what the class provides in the overall metagame. That's what the classes are for, and then we will go into specific weapons, okay? Bouncer. What does it provide? I know a little bit about Bouncer, so I can help a little bit. Enemy down factor, right? Huge. 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 Both physical and elemental. Huge. What else does it provide? If you are a Bouncer main, 50% photon power return on an enemy down is omega clutch. Can I just say that one more time? Omega clutch. When I was playing Soaring Blade, it was one of my favorite points to put into this class build was getting that 50% PP return. It just basically meant you could go right into a down and not have to stress about photon power. Beautiful. What else does it provide? As a class, it provides what additional attack for every broken part, right? Additional attack every broken part? Pretty dang good. What does it not provide? What does the class not provide? Brain cells. We're gonna put this, man, as a class, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. As a class, it's pretty good. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh God, I don't know. I don't know. Someone help me. Is it an A or is it an S? I don't know. We'll come back. We'll come back. We can do reorganizations. We'll reorganize a bit. A, Muley? Really? I'm not gonna lie. I'm putting Bouncer as an S class. As a main class, Bouncer is really good. Bouncer is really good. Even if you play it as Soaring Blades or not. We will get into the weapons. Just because you're an S tier class does not mean your weapon is good. S for stinky, true. Just because your class is S does not mean your weapon is, okay? So don't you start with me. Bow. I need your guys' help with this. I know nothing about bow. What I do, okay, I know a little bit about bow, but I don't know what they got from this update. What do I know about bow? Badass looking. Badass looking. Straight badass. Dimensional arrows. Don't mind if I do. Charged flex arrow. Doing that sniper damage. Amazing. What is it? Your weapon action? Just dashing around. Way cool of a class. Way cool of a class. I have no clue how much damage they actually do, though. I don't really see bow bravers anymore. They really aren't that played, it seems like. They don't have like any AoE damage, so they're a single target boss class, in my opinion. And if we're talking single target boss classes, I feel like there's a lot better options, isn't there? Bow does high boss damage? We're judging the weapon, not the class. I don't feel like this weapon has a lot going for it. Very high boss damage for bow. Really? We're not taking into consideration any of the class skills. So if you're saying you're using class skills, do not consider that. I would say the one time that I played Bow Braver, we used it with Talis, and it was probably one of the silliest rotations with like the flexer or whatever you could do. Guys, I'm putting bow in the C tier. I feel like if you're gonna go for range damage, there's better options. If you're gonna go for, okay, let's be real. The only reason you're picking bow is because you're a weeb that wants to use a bow. It's nothing wrong with that, but you want to use bow. You want to use bow. That's the only reason you're going for bow. And you're gonna, in here, it's fine. You're gonna live and die with that, but you're gonna do the best damage that you possibly can with it. And there's nothing wrong with that. C's get degrees. On to Braver. What do I think of Braver? Well, when it first came out, I thought, wow, this could be a really cool subclass. Maybe we'll get crit damage. Maybe we'll get crit potency. Maybe we'll get something to do with crits because katanas and bows. What did we get? We got extra healing and healing if you fucking stop yourself from falling. Not impressed. Not impressed. What does Katana, what does Braver give to each class? They give you that finisher move that just adds a little bit of damage. As a Katana player, they give you the ability to kind of sort of catch up, but you guys still complain about keeping up with enemies, so like it doesn't seem like that helps that much. And for bow, it's the same thing. It's just something you add into your damage. Breakfall, 5%. I low-key don't think Braver gives you like shit. I think you're playing this. I don't think the class or the class skills give you that much. I don't think it gives you that much. I really don't. 15% easy health. Just stop dying. Just stop falling. Just stop getting a hit, forehead. If you think Katana Braver sucks, you're a dipshit. If you ramp up the combo, you can do a lot. Okay, so it does provide like photon power return and stuff, right? It does include PP return. It does do that. You're right. You're right. Sorry, I'm gonna change my So with all things considered, Braver is B tier. Braver is B tier. I don't think you get a lot of stuff. Yo, what's up, Zio? I don't think you get a lot of stuff compared to other classes, but I do think it provides some stuff. Class weapon tier list. Welcome, Zio, to the game show that's highly opinionated. All right. On to Double Saber. Double Saber. What do I think about Double Saber? One, and this is gonna, nope, I won't bring it up yet. Double Saber, cool ass skills. You can create tornadoes. That's badass. Their photon blast is one of the strongest. They have a great weapon action, weapon counter plus. They do pretty decent AoE damage. They do good single target damage. Julian dashes to the enemy that you need to hit. Oh my god. Double Saber is really good. And can I tell you the one reason why Double Saber is so good? Can I tell you the one reason why Double Saber is so good? You can use a Dakimakura with it. A tier. A tier. A tier. You can use a Dakimakura with it. A tier. Hold up. Hold up. Can you use the new class skill you got? The new class skill you got? Can you use what am I trying to say? Can you use, it's the the dagger arts or whatever? You can't use that. You can't use that with Double Saber, right? Right? You can't use that, right? You can't. See? I don't know. You literal wait. That's a class. That's classes, not weapon. I can't. That's a class thing. Well, let's get to the fighter class. Here we go, boys. Fighter class. What do I think about fighter class? Well, one, I recommend it to absolutely everybody as a beginner class because it's fun, a lot of hits, and all three weapons are pretty varied, which is really unique. Like every weapon plays very different, but they all are really strong. Skip arts, awesome. Same arts, awesome. I think both of those are really cool. I've played some Knuckle. Counter plus is OP. I've played quite a bit of Twin Dagger. Twin Dagger is just cheap and easy. Twin Dagger is just cheap and easy. Let's just be real. And Double Saber is really fun. I think, in my opinion, of the three, Double Saber was my most fun class to play. Twin Daggers was the cheesiest, probably the strongest, and then Knuckles was just like right in between. If you like punching shit, Knuckles is cool. Yeah. What do you get? You get a skill that literally increases your damage and it prevents you from dying. That's a great skill. What is it called again? What is it called? What's that skill called? Somebody tell me. This is going great. I don't know what any of the skills are called. Double Saber is okay, but Nux TD does more damage. Fighter and Knuckles, S plus, no question to ask. Limit Break. Yeah, over limit or whatever it's called. Great skill. Going into a hard fight, boom. Just go ham with it. Your new class skill is only for daggers though, right? It's only for daggers? It's only for daggers? Right? You can only use it with daggers? Ugh. I kind of don't, I kind of don't like, Sega trying to make more dagger mains. A tier. I don't like Sega trying to make more dagger mains. I fucking don't need any more of you in this game. I don't need any more of you in this game. Force. How do I feel about Force? I want to talk about Fighter more. You can keep talking about Fighter. We're moving on to Force. What do I feel about Force? Force, bro. You talking to the Force King here. What do I think about Force? Rods are OP. Weapon action is OP. Zondaclad, even more OP nowadays, but it was still busted back in the day. Great AoE. You were literally in Aleo the like only reason elemental downs existed. And now in the RETEM region, like they are the kings of farming. I don't fucking care what you want to say about it. They are the kings of farming. And they do really good down damage now with their additional class skill. Force is OP. In pretty much any factor you want to ask about it, Force is OP. But the problem with the Force class is you can get 99%. You can get 99% of what Force offers as a main class as a subclass. And that's like the most depressing thing ever. It's the most depressing thing ever is you can get 90 to 99% of what Force offers as a subclass. The only things you miss out on is Photon Flare, which does add some potency and it adds PP, yeah, and the additional downs. But let's be real. If you're going Force, chances are you're going to multi with Bouncer. You could go Bouncer. You can get all of the benefits of a Bouncer main, and you could still go Force for like Rod. So as a sub, Force is mostly a sub, and not a lot of people main class. And for that reason, we're talking about class and weapon tier list. If most people are subclassing you, you're obviously not a dom. You are a sub. I don't know how I feel about that in a class. B tier. B tier. It's a good class, guys. I've played a lot of Force. I think it's great, but I'm saying you get so much of the abilities. You get so much of Force as a subclass. You don't have to main class it. You don't have to main class it. You don't have to main class it. You don't have to main class Force to get it all. That is not a good class. You want to be main classing it to get some of those bonuses, and you get better bonuses going Bouncer. I'm just saying. I literally can go put Force on right now and hold top TPS because how forehead it is. Okay, that's fine, but you don't have to be Force. That's all I'm saying. B, you are too hard on it. B is okay. B is still passing. Gunner. The fact that you don't have to main class it and a lot want to subclass it, make it a good class. Captain Nemo, you know what? Hold on. You are bringing up a good point, Captain Nemo. You are. Force is the only class that can provide huge PP return as a subclass. We'll make it an A. For that reason alone, you are right. Force really is the best subclass. Like, no, hands down. I'm not going to give it an S. I'm not giving it S because I don't think that it's good enough as a main class. But as a subclass, it is like the king. Okay, true. You guys convinced me. You happy? Braver does the same thing with a huge finisher. As a main class, though. Not as a subclass. We're past Braver. Gunner. Man. This isn't, by the way, this is not... Hold on, what's going on here? This is not game music. Give me my game music, dude. There we go. There's my game music. Yeah, here's my game music again. Okay. Gunners. Man. So, if you guys know anything about me, when I was playing a bit of Gunner, I really liked it. having to like worry about building a chain, popping the chain, style rolling for additional damage, sidestepping if you ran Resurger. I just love the class. I thought it was so cool that you had to like build up to a big attack, right? Way cool. They also get main damage with rifles, which makes no fucking sense, but they do. So the fact of the matter is you are one of the strongest single target classes, and you're one of the strongest farming classes. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Even as a subclass, yes, Sarkweed. Even as a subclass, I love running Gunner as a subclass just to get additional photon power on autos. Great. If you're not going Force as a subclass, you're going Gunner as a subclass. The new class art skill they got, is like, what does it do? It does it gives you another iframe, right? So you can style roll for iframes, and then you can use rising, isn't it called rising attack or something? More sidesteps or more iframes? Man. S tier, bro. Best damage. They have one of the best relic potentials. They are one of the best subclasses. They have some of the best single target, and they have literally rifles. They get main damage rifle. What the fuck, dude? That's so ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Gunners are OP. Hunter. God, I'm trying so hard, guys. I'm trying so hard. Oh no. All right. Hunter. Well, let's go down it. Avenger Arts is sick. Avenger Arts, just from a gameplay standpoint, is amazing. I think Avenger Arts is such a cool concept, right? I time my skills at the right time as yours. Additional damage. Ignoring damage. I think that's super cool. Volcraptor. It's kind of lame, but it's something back in the other game. I like the ability that I can like proc something and I can affect physical downs. I think that's cool. Wired Lances, I won't even get into any of their skills because I mean, what the fuck is Wired Lancer? Like, I don't even know. And then Hunter Sword. Hunter Sword's like literally like if you were to make like a graph of like lawful good to chaotic neutral, Sword's right in the middle, right? Isn't it? It's just like it's pretty defensive, has some good damage, has some AoE, has a little bit of everything. But like what I'm saying is like the class itself offers a lot of good options. In the class skills, really, if you think about it, if you're looking at the class and the class skills, what are you getting? You're getting what, Iron Will or whatever it's called, so that you don't die. And then you're getting, well, Iron Will is the one that reduces the damage, right? And then, okay, so you're not gonna die. You're gonna live with 1 HP. You're taking reduced damage, and then you have the ability to do more damage. That's really good. Really, 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 really good. How do I not put this in S tier? I'm gonna give it A. Because you're really okay, because this is gonna be my reasoning. You're not running Hunter as sub ever. You're just never running Hunter as sub. Like there's like nothing else really there. A is good for Hunter. I think A is good. A is good. I think Hunter's really good. Listen, we're gonna get into the weapons. I think the weapons are gonna be the more molding thing. We're gonna get into weapons. A is good. A is good for Hunter. You're better than Braver. Ugh. Fucking jet boots. Okay, I'm drinking water. Jet boots. Fuck. You do bullshit damage. You have the ability to cast skills. You have the ability to do elemental blast, which just increases your damage. You guys can hold down a button and do more than photon blast, which is bullshit. You guys have a great weapon action. You guys have pretty good AoE. There's one thing that I hate. There's one thing that I hate about jet boots. There's one thing that I hate about jet boots. Are you ready? Two things that I hate about jet boots. Can anybody guess the first thing while I say the second thing? Because can anybody here that knows when I tried jet boots, what was the one thing I could not fucking stand about jet boots? If you guys remember that, I'm gonna let you guess, you old timers. Number 2, You guys have horrible camos. I don't think I've seen a good camo. The only decent camo is the gold prim one. That's it. There's no other good camo. No, and I know you're gonna be like, hold on, what about the water one? No, it's still gross. You guys have no good camos. It's so bad. So you guys look so stupid with it. You guys look so stupid with it. So jet boots, you do good damage, but you look horrible doing it. You look terrible doing it. You look terrible doing it. And I put aesthetic into these. I put aesthetic into the criteria. As you could see by double saber, weapon stealth. Weapon stealth is for everything. If we're going to factor that in, that is not an exclusive to jet boots. You guys got no good camos. Does anybody remember? Yes, that forward tech is bad. The one thing I hated about this class so much coming from a force main was that when I charged a skill, it pushed me forward. There was no reason for you to push me forward. Don't move me forward. Don't do it. Don't fucking do it. You're A tier. Katana. Don't push me forward. You're A tier. You have bad camos and you force me to go places I don't want to. You're A tier. Katana. These are opinionated. Don't get at me. Don't at me. Katana. Man, Katana's cool. What is cool about Katana? One, you got the Lotus Lightning. I love Lotus Lightning. Lotus Lightning was sick. So let me preface by saying, like, when did I get into Katana? It was after Soaring Blades got nerfed. I felt like I didn't have a home. I had melee gear, but I didn't know what to do. I was so depressed. I was like, what am I supposed to do? And so I tried classes. One of the things I wanted to find a class that allowed me to use sidestep effectively. And Katana was one of those classes. Lotus Lightning was sweet. What was the other skill? You have the Leaf Storm or Leaf Slash or something that like dashes you forward. Cool. You had your big ass AoE. Probably one of the coolest skills in the game when you get to that third phase. Wow. I love the fact that you have 3 different states of charging that allow your skills to do a little bit of something different, and they have like increased damage and stuff. That was really cool. Katana combat, that was cool. Being able to dash a little bit. What is the other thing that I really took away from the class? Animation locks. I hate animation locks. I hate it. I hate animation locks. And that was the one thing where I was like, I could be a Katana main, but Lotus Lightning animation locks were the bane of my existence. The absolute bane of my existence. I had fun, but like whenever I tried to fight anything else, I just got destroyed by animation locks. But you do a little bit of everything good. The one gripe about it is that you have to have a multi-wep with it, but it's a wired lance multi-wep. I never played with wired lance multi-wep on Katana, so I can't talk about that too much. But about the weapon itself, I think it's a good weapon. I think you do a lot. I think you could do a lot of damage with Katana solo, single target. What was the weapon action? The weapon action where you have to like time it right? No. There was 2 different ones. You could weapon action, but then you could also do the one where like after a skill, it like, what is that called? Relentless, whatever. You also block your timing skills and you parry. Yeah, so that was really fun to learn. And that was something where like, if you could really master that, fucking unreal. You guys have really good camos. The other cool thing is I think that Katana has a lot of good multi-weapons. Sword was an option you could always do. It's a bug, but you could do it with sword and you could just get crazy iframes on it. Wired lance to keep you in frame was really good. You could do that too. I'm going to put it in the A tier. A tier. Not a lot of things can be S tier. Here, okay? Very tough. There's going to be a lot of A tier here. Not a lot of S tier, okay? I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. Damn. You guys can try to convince me, but we're moving on. Knuckles. Do you like punching things? Do you like using a weapon action that literally makes you feel like you're in Hajime no Ippo doing a Dempsey roll? Do you like looking like Luffy doing a Gomu Gomu no machine gun? Do you like having a photon blast that makes it look like you're ripping a dimensional portal with your fist? Fuck, Knuckles is so cool. It's one of the coolest classes, dude. One of the coolest classes. You have a dash, you have skip arts, same arts, all those. You got counter plus, which is like one of the strongest skills in the game. Hi, thanks for the help. I ran across a follower of yours and they fast traveled me to your spot. Funny enough, I saw your vendor's video money 3 days ago. Hell yeah, CLDZN. How do I say your name? Cladzon? Coldzon? Cold Zone. Cold Zone, I'm going to say. Cold Zone. Thank you. Man, Knuckles just way cool. Knuckles way cool. No, dude, what the fuck? How do I even rank it? I think it looks really good. Like, probably my favorite look ever is when I'm in like my Japanese look, and then I have my lightning Knuckles. I just feel like I'm straight out of like some fucking anime. Yeah, so cool. Damage wise, I don't know. How does Knuckles damage like compare? How does it really solo? Not multi, but solo. But here's the problem. It's a part of one of the strongest. It's part of one of the strongest multi-weps. That's the problem. It's part of one of the strongest multi-weps. And for that reason, it is S tier. It's S tier. It's a part of one of the strongest multi-weapons in the game for a very, very good reason. It has the what? Oh, okay. It's a part of one of the strongest multi-weapons. Mike Tyson's bite out. Yep. It's S tier. I don't really care for Knuckles, but it has the best counter and it's a part of one of the best multi-weapons because its counter is so OP compared to others. At me if you will. Launcher. All right, what do I feel about Launcher? I think they got a lot of good stuff. You don't have to run rifle anymore. You don't have to run rifle anymore. One of the biggest problems with Launcher was that I got a multi-weapon to rifle to get blight rounds. You have Launcher rounds, dude. You have Launcher rounds. Dude, the little bit of Ranger when I played it, I loved it. Launcher was cool. Launcher was really cool. You got the you had the skill that you could like shoot and it like mortar shot. You had the automatic targeting launcher skill. Fuck, what is it called? You guys know what I'm talking about? Where it literally just like targets a weak spot. Fucking OP, dude. Way good. And then now you have the meme beam. You got the meme beam. You have blight rounds and launcher. I'm just going to let you guys know. Right now. It has one of the best weapon actions. If you're going for Relic series, like if you're going for Relic series and you want that crit, you're going launcher weapon action because you literally just get photon power from it. Is it the greatest? No, but it is a really good weapon for that reason too. Yeah. Launcher is ultimate sustained DPS. You have literally no single target or no multi-target, but that's why it's a part of one of the best multi-weapons, which is the bullshit part. It's one of the best multi-weapons because you could just go rifle launcher and then rifle covers the other problem, right? It's really good. You can AoE with laser. Well, if you move it around, you could. I can use laser and wipe. Man, you guys are really making me feel like I need to make this an S tier weapon. Guys, I hate Rangers. Gross. But it is my weapon list. It's S tier. It does like everything. It does everything great, and I'm not happy about it. I'm gonna say this. Was Launcher one of your favorite? Launcher had to be when we started Alio. Launcher was probably one of the best like changes that we saw. Anybody who played Ranger, Anybody who played Ranger at first was like, bro, Launcher's sick, dude. It's like completely the opposite of what base game was. And I think a lot of people appreciated that too. I think a lot of people appreciated that. When I tried Launcher first, I was like, oh, this is really good. What the fuck music is this, dude? What's going on? Telephone ringing. That's not game music, dude. Okay, I need to get a new playlist. Hold on. What the fuck is this? What is this? Hold on. Playlists. Cheesy game show music, please. This will work. This will work first. Perfect. Okay, back to our list. Oh, beautiful. Let's go. Launcher better than boots? Yeah, it's my list. My list. He doesn't like me anymore. Silver, I love you. Partisan. Woo! It's a party in here. It's an actually party. Let's go. Should I begin explaining Partisan, or should I just put it in the tier that it belongs to be in? Should I just move it there? Should I just go ahead and move it there? Should I move it there? Should I move it there? Let me explain Partisan. Why is Partisan so good? Well, it's hard to explain Partisan without using Avenger Arts, but I won't even get there because that's a class discussion, right? Partisan. What does Partisan provide? You know, if you really put it like that, it's a single target god. It's a single target god, right? It's got Cleaving Scythe. Really cool skill. 2 big ass lines of damage. It's got the Tornado skill. God, it's so bad. I play the class. I don't even know what they're called. Tornado skill. Literally, like if you look in frame data, pretty much the same damage, but it travels. You can actually travel with an enemy with it. So it is kind of nice for that reason. You have Javelin, Thrusting Javelin. One of the highest DPS skills you could do if you can get an Avenger with it. You just sit there spamming it. What else do I explain with this weapon? The weapon actions. We have a dash built into our weapon action. And we have one of the highest damage to photon power skills with our charged weapon action. And additionally, with the update from RETEM, we can weapon action and we can store additional damage on our next weapon action. So we can weapon action, and then I can do charged weapon arts for like charged weapon actions for like 500 plus damage when we're fighting veteran Dustle. So it's like 1500 damage off of a 10 photon power skill. Bruh, I'm like, I can't say enough good things about this class because it is OP. It's OP. You guys hate me. I'm putting in an S. I don't care. I like my class. I'm a Partisan main forever. Get at me. Partisan's OP. Partisan's OP. Fucking play it. Play it sometime. Play it sometime and tell me you don't like it. Tell me you don't like it. Ranger. You know what? Screw you guys. If it's rigged, if I win this battle royale, it's rigged, okay? If I win this battle royale, it's rigged. Okay, we're on to Ranger. Well, how do I explain Ranger? They have Blight Round. Like, they have Blight Round. Fuck, I hate to do that. But it has Blight Round. Blight Round is the best skill in the game. Listen, if Rangers didn't have Blight Round, I put them in D because they're useless. I think they're useless in general. People just AFK on Rangers. I'm just saying this right now. Rangers, you guys are the best AFKers. You guys are the best AFKers. But you guys have Blight Round. Blight Round literally makes content doable. So, yeah, for that reason, yeah, there it is. I mean, like, what else does the Ranger class offer? I mean, it's just like a couple like quality of life things. Like, what is it called? Bad Ward or whatever, where you just reduce resistance and ailment effects. Like, that's really nice when you're running Giants or Grius. You get some additional skills. Your Claymore will give more PP return. So if you multi-wep it, like, there's some good stuff. But one skill literally carries the whole class. It's totally true. Totally. I don't know what else to say. Bouncer, I had to explain. Gunner, I had to explain. Ranger, you're just like Blight Round, bro. And when we get to Techter, we're probably going to get to that point too. Rifle, though. Rifle. I'm drinking water again. Rifle has some of the best AoE. Absolutely. It's got pretty good single target damage. I think people are just lazy when they stay in the single target because they literally just alt tab while auto attacking and just shoot. But it is good. What else does it do? It has a grenade attack. You can set a little grenade thing down. But like literally, like when you're talking rifle, you're talking AoE. Like in my opinion, right? In my opinion, you're talking AoE. You're talking AoE. You stay up in the air, you just go AoE. Multi AoE is really cool with that class. Push-ups, fuck. But I don't really feel like as a like when you're using rifle, you're either A, lazy if you're staying in it, or B, you don't understand the power. You don't understand the power of Launcher. I'm putting you in A simply because you're a really good multi-weapon for gunners and rangers, and you do AoE, but that's it. That's it. I'm back. Do not worry. As a ranger, we offer love, support, appreciation, and we show respect to all other classes. We don't hate her. You got Launcher. You're an S to A tier multi-weapon. Get out of here. Rod. All right. Let's talk about Rod. Let's talk about Rod. Rod doesn't have PAs and other classes have text too. You are true, Keanu. We're going to talk about it though. Talking about Rod, one of the best weapon actions, probably one of the safest weapon actions, for sure, one of the safest weapon actions. Yeah, guys, we have the ability, because I know I'm bringing in a class skill here. But it is specific to the weapon. We have the ability to giveaway parry. And if you know somebody who can giveaway parry, that man fucks. Giveaway parry is sweet. What kind of Starbucks bullshittery is this? But Rod doesn't really offer anything else except safety. I think like when I think of Rod, and I wonder why I played Rod for so long and didn't like try anything else, it was a safety net. I was like, I have the best weapon action. I don't have to worry about things. I can just use skills. I could have literally did that with any other weapon and probably had access to more things. But I literally just sat there and just used Rod because I was like, oh, it's safety. I like never die. We can do a lot of cool things as Rod users, but like here's the problem. You're gonna use either Rod or you're gonna use Wand. I guess you could use Talis. So you're using Rod, but if you had the choice, I don't think like you would use Rod, but you use Rod because it's forced subclass. Like that, like low key, that's really where it comes out. I'm putting Rod in B class. Sorry. I think the weapon action is great, but I think I low key think hashtag get good. God. And then like elemental bullet is a thing. It is a thing, but God, you know, that's the problem. Hold on. Redacting. The problem is, here's the problem. I think this is the problem. I need to compare the tech weapons separately because they're separate, right? Because like rods don't do really anything else. You know, they're techs. That's all they do. And if I compare it like that, I'd put them in A. You are right. They do have a safe weapon action that procs elemental bullets, which is additional damage. They are like the kings of elemental downs for that reason. Giveaway parries are cool. And yeah, like they're like the elemental down kings, no matter what. They're gonna be the elemental down kings. Elemental bullets is a class skill, but it affects only the weapon. That's the problem. Rod allows you to move while casting faster than Talis. Test it yourself. All right. We'll put it in A. It's an A tier weapon. Soaring Blades. Boring Blades. These Soaring Blades. This was the coolest class in Alio. This was the coolest class in Alio. Photon Arts, the weapon action was sweet. Photon Frenzy made you feel like a fucking badass. Their skills, everybody knocked on them. They were like, bro, Animation locks are terrible. You don't even have a weapon action that saves you. This class sucks. But if you invested the time, what's up, PCM? If you invested the time, you found out real quick, you were like, man, all of my skills have a second phase and they all do something different. Harrier, iframe, pheasant, guard frames. What's the other one? Guard frames. And you figured out real quick, you're like, huh, I might be animation locked, but I do have access to a lot of safety. I have access to a lot of safety nets and sidestepping. And I love sidestepping. This is the class that taught me how to sidestep so I could play Partisan. And the crown jewel of them all, the twin dagger, Soaring Blades, multi-weapon. Oh my God. Can I say anything else? That was the greatest time of gaming for me. I got to just like eviscerate mobs. I was holding aggro. I was doing big ass damage. And I felt like a demon reincarnated as photonic blades and energy. But then, Sega, you nerfed my boy. You nerfed my boy because of another class. You nerfed my boy. And you put this disgusting 3-second cooldown on our weapon action if you use anything else while it's on cooldown, including, mind you, sidestep counters, a safety, your only safety at that point. And guess what is still in the game? That cooldown debuff if you use anything while your weapon action is on cooldown. How could you do this, Sega? And then we all sat here like, well, RETEM's coming out. Maybe they'll fix it. And everybody's like, oh, they did fix it. Your weapon action you can use during your photon arts. Only once. And here's still the same problem. You still use the photon frenzy, fanatic blades, and you still cannot sidestep counter without being punished. They did you wrong. Guys, Soaring Blades, they did you really wrong. And I hope they fix you, because you guys are far from an A tier or an S tier. Your weapons and your skills make no fucking sense. They make no sense whatsoever. At all. Half your skills, you sit in AFK. Other skills, you have to be frame perfect. Some skills that are like, you can't use it because you did something. They don't know what they're doing with your class. They need to revamp you. I will put you in a B because I still think your skills are cool. I still think the class is good. I think it's strong, but I don't think they have a fucking clue what they're doing with your class. All right, on to Hunter. Sword. I think like, ooh, what's this? Wow, swords. I think swords is like the average. Like I was telling you guys, if we did like lawful good to chaotic neutral, I think swords right in the middle. Good damage, good single target damage, good AoE, not great, good. It has some decent mobility with its skills. Its weapon action is really good. Its photon blast is one of the strongest in the game. It's got the new class action skill where literally you are safe if you just hold down a charged skill. It's pretty it's good. It's the jack of all trades. It's good at a lot of things, not great at anything. I don't need to really even say anymore. We'll say that's an A. Wow, there's like no bad weapons. I'm terrible at tier lists, by the way. I'm gonna call it A. I think it's good. God, I just hate seeing sword. I just hate seeing sword users without a partisan equipped on it. I just hate it. Don't you guys hate it? Don't any of you just like hate it? Damage D tier weapon TMG. There are no bad weapons. Bow is not a weapon. I hate putting everything in A, but like I really feel like they're like we don't have enough skills to like really define a lot of these. What do you think? Yeah, oh god. Yeah, these last ones are gonna be grody. But anyways, I think it's an A class. I think it's good. I think the damage is good. I think the skills all make sense. You have good AoE. Like you could use sword for pretty much all content and nobody's gonna complain at you. But I am gonna look at you and I'm gonna judge you and be like, why the fuck are you not using a partisan, bro? Use a fucking partisan, bro. For what it does, it's A- to B+. Perfect. I should switch off a bouncer. You should. No bouncer. Talis. All right. This is going to be well, these are one of the most opinionated ones. Talis is the king. The king of PSE verse. You cannot tell me otherwise. No glisten partisan. Talis is the king of PSE burst. Great weapon action. Great weapon action, offering a little bit of PP. I've never used Talis outside of those two things though. How many of you have actually used Talis outside of PSC burst? Please tell me. Because I haven't. I've never had a desire to use this weapon. I've never. And this is the most opinionated one. See. I don't know. I don't use you. I use Rod if I have to do anything. I use Rod if I have to do. I don't use you for anything except one thing in the game. You're a C class. You're C tier. Ever used Talis with Katana? Don't. Techter. Oh man. So Techter is getting the same treatment as Ranger. It has one skill and one skill only, and that's actually two now. Techter has two nowadays. Overemphasis is awesome nowadays, right? Overemphasis is awesome nowadays. Being able to just provide HP, photon power, and additional photon power, huge. And shift to D-band. That's all you need to know. Whoop, there you go. There you go. I don't have to say anything else. I don't like your class. I don't like the class. I don't like the class at all. But you make me stronger. And you make my partisan hits hit really hard. And when I need photon power, so I can do 50-second thrusting javelins, you guys are there for me. Maybe separate the classes and weapons in different lists? Nah, this is perfect. This is perfect. Emphasis is massive. It is. So I don't even need to explain that anymore. You started as Techter and switch off of it. There's a reason why. We're going to get to it. Twin daggers. God, I hate twin daggers. Can I just say it? I hate twin daggers. Oh my God. What's going on? I hate twin daggers. I think you guys are cheaters. I think you guys have to try literally less than one effort to do anything decent in this game. You can weapon action and instant teleport. You can literally fuck up your skill and then there's SXL drive there. If you fuck that up, you can then just do dagger axle and get there again. You guys have really strong single target. You have no mobbing, but that's okay. Because who really cares about mobbing? If you're mobbing, guys, you're switching to a different class. You guys cheat. You guys are actually cheaters. You guys do everything so free, and I hate it. You guys have the best multi-weapon in the game as per DPS. I hate you guys. You're S tier, and I hate it. I hate admitting that. There's nothing wrong with twin daggers, and that's the problem with it. There's not a thing wrong. Rigging. I know it's rigging. It's the truth, though. It's the absolute truth. This game wants you to play twin daggers, and I fucking hate it. Bruh. Twin machine guns. Just make a twin dagger tier. Honestly, yeah, honestly, because twin daggers is I hate twin dagger mains. When somebody comes up to me, they're like, I do good damage. I'm like, oh yeah, and they're like, I'm twin daggers. I'm like, oh great, it's real cool. That's real cool. How big is your truck too? You probably got a real big truck with a big lift on it too, huh? All right, twin machine guns. Twin machine guns. Man, twin machine guns are cool. One, looks wise. Hold on. Let me get this going. Twin machine guns look cool. Can I just say that? You look way cool. This is the coolest looking class is twin machine guns. Twin machine guns are way too cool looking. You have some AoE, you've got great single target, and the whole class definition is really cool. The whole idea that like chain trigger, you're building chain up, and then you can proc it at any point. You get an attack speed bonus. You get additional damage for a portion of time. I love that. I like the idea of like massive risk or like massive buildup, right? Style roll looks really cool. How style roll works, but the thing is, style roll adds additional damage. Like the whole class is like literally just like I'm a charge in my laser, I'm a fire my laser. It's unreal. I always thought twin machine guns were a huge meme before I actually tried the class. And once I tried it, I was like, holy shit, this class is awesome. This class is awesome, bro. Huge damage, huge single target damage, huge single target damage. The fact that you're still technically ranged is really nice. I know that you don't get your optimal damage, but the fact of the matter is that if the boss is moving, you're always keeping up damage. You can style roll to keep up with your enemy, just style roll around. The class is super flashy. And is there nothing better in this game than getting a 100 chain trigger with the style roll stack and doing a charged point blank on a weak spot and just hitting thousands of damage? There is not a single thing better in this game. I promise you. that is the best thing ever. And what makes this twin machine gun so good, and I know I'm bringing another weapon into it, but the reason why twin machine gun is so good is because if you don't like using their AoE skill, you just multi-weapon to a rifle, and now you have multi-shot, and it's so good. Too good. Twin machine gun is awesome. Twin machine gun is just way too good. If you say rifle. Wand. Man, I don't even want to explain wand. I don't want to do it. You guys have a cool little gimmick where you can like add elements. You have a cool little gimmick where you can swing damage. You guys do some AoE. You guys hit for elemental damage, I guess. You guys are melee technically. I really don't know what your weapon does. I really don't. I really don't. I know that you guys got this new skill. It's called like wand levers. It like keeps you like moving. I really don't know what your weapon does. I really don't. Yeah, I don't know what your weapon does. I don't. You guys don't do anything. I don't ever see you guys go anywhere and do anything. I just don't. I don't. D, absolutely. If you play wand, you're weird. You want W for weird, man. Great class. Thank you so much for your shift to D bands and your overemphasis. I have no clue what you do for damage. I really don't. I just don't. Wired Lance. I love how we're spending on these two. I don't play one. True. You probably play Talis. You probably play something better. Wired lances. Cool weapon actions in like any facet of it, right? Because if you put points into it, you get a different like variation of your weapon action. Immersion breaking though. Why are you using that weapon? Wired lances, like if you're like, I'm not gonna lie, it breaks my immersion when you use the whippy thing. You know what I'm talking about? When you whip it around, your arm would be dislocated every time. And I'm a big immersion person. I like my role play. I like being invested in characters. When I used wired lances, I was like, I'm breaking my arm every time I'm whipping this. It broke my immersion. That's horrible. You guys got cool AoE. I'm not gonna lie, when I watch some of my friends play it, it looks really fun. I have never figured out wired lances, ever. I feel like you guys have only ever been used for multi-weps. I really believe that too. I think most of you who have a wired lance somewhere have probably held it because you're like, well, I might multi-weapon. I don't think anybody here has ever looked at wired lances and been like, I'm gonna play that. Oh God. Curry, don't hate me. Don't hate me, Curry. Do I like that? I feel like that's being too mean. Is that being too mean? Here, we'll give him there. We won't have anything in the D. We won't have anything in D. Everybody is passable. Every class is passable. We'll put it as a C tier. I have no clue. Just like wands, if you're playing wires, I have no clue what you're doing. There is way better options. Sure, if that's your playstyle. There's better options. Yeah, best multi-weapon, but that's the problem. That's the problem. You're only thinking about wands, wires with multi-weapons. Hold on. I'm bringing it back down. Hold on. Oh, I can't. Oh! Are you telling me right now that is wired lance a B tier because it's a good multi-weapon and that's it? Just because it's a good multi-weapon? Because it's not a good main weapon. Don't tell me right now that it's a good main weapon. Don't you dare do it. There's better options. There's better options. If you like playing it though, that's your choice. I'm not saying you have to play what's S tier, right? This is my list, by the way. But there's no way you're playing. There's no way. It's a good main weapon. You need to understand how to play it. Well, I've never cared. Certainly better than Team G's. Oh my god. Oh my god. If it has to be multied, it's not good. True. Wait. Partisan has to be multi to be good. Oh my god. You know what? You know what? You know what? My friend Curry plays wires. We'll make it a B tier. We'll make it a B tier because my friend Curry lives and dies for that class. And he also plays Partisan. Yep. There we go. There we go. There we go. There's my final tier list. Rigged. Yes. Very rigged. I hope my reasoning, I hope my rationale for a lot of these, did kind of make sense at a realistic standpoint. The scores might differ because, you know, it's my opinion, but I hope my rationale for a lot of them are true. I hope you can actually listen to this and be like, you know what? He is explaining that weapon pretty fucking accurate, even though you believe it's an S. I hope I explained it right, especially the classes too. Oh my god. Don't mold.